Cheers, mate.
Bad Bunny bit looking nice.
Yeah, for real.
Welcome back to episode 125, False Night Podcast. It's another episode, another week. We are here. How you feeling, cuz?
I'm feeling good today. How about you? How you feeling?
Good. I'm feeling hot as fuck.
Yeah, man. It's a little hot in here today.
But it's so funny because, like, my family, they're like, nah, we don't need to turn the AC on, you know?
For real?
Yeah, like, and they get upset when we gotta turn it on. I'm like, really, bro? Like, it's hot.
Today, I do feel it a little hot now, dude.
And
now
then
that I'm realizing
I'm probably talking about more. It's probably gonna make you more hot throughout the whole episode. But cause it's making me hot. But we just turned on the air on like when my parents left.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why I gotta be like that? You know, I don't get it.
Trying to save some money?
I guess, but it doesn't even save them that much.
Right.
But I mean, it is what it is, I guess.
It is what it is, man. So how's your day today? How's your week been?
It's been long, bro. A lot of, I guess, at work, I kind of been on my own, more independent, and then I didn't do too good in the gym. I took some days off.
Right.
But on the computer, been on the same thing. But I think I made a mistake with the podcast.
What happened?
I think I should have not double uploaded this week. I don't think I told you this. But I think I should have let one sink in a week long until we have like consistency. Like, okay, we got a couple thousand views each one.
Right.
And then bump it up to 2. But then there's a theory where you can just upload as much as you can and just see what happens. But I think with just doing that, I was like, you know what? I think I need to stick to one a week.
You know what that reminds me of, dude?
What?
When we were trying, when we were working with that one business, and they were just constantly were trying to push stuff out of the, out of their asses.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, you gotta let one sink in and see how that works out.
Fuck, it's hot. Damn.
But dude, I heard some good news about your job.
Yeah.
Like some exciting things, right?
Yeah, but we just gonna leave it like that.
It is exciting for you, man.
Yeah, it was good, but yeah, because we actually they got onto us today and they're like, don't talk about your job, da da da.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, yeah.
But what? It's a proud feeling, right?
Yeah, it feels good, but it is time consuming. It is a lot of, I don't want to say a lot of work, but it's a lot of mental work. I think.
And I'm pretty sure you just gotta be patient with
it. It's a long game.
We were just
it's a little overwhelming too. But I don't think about my job too much, bro. Which is, I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. I see, I gotta do it, but I think a lot about the podcast. That's really it. I seen the bug. Okay, whatever. We'll just.
I see.
Okay. Anyways, my job. I see it like a job. I have a lot of fun though. Talking to people.
Right.
And then I just started realizing that I need to take it serious, but not too serious. I need to have fun with it and shit like that. So that made it more fun the last few days. But yeah, how's your job been?
So far, it's been pretty good. And in the beginning, it's been a little frustrating, just because I guess I didn't know a lot of different things, and then just slowly people were telling me tips, how to do things better, faster, and I'm just understanding more like of their phone system a little bit more. So I'm getting more familiar. I'm getting done earlier, and I mean that's about it. It's just. So far, it's been easy and nice. I'm actually making some friends too, so it's
That's cool.
Yeah, man. I actually have people to talk to in the morning, so it's cool. It's cool.
Okay. Well, before we introduce our guests, because we do have a guest today,
Yep.
I just want to give a quick shout out to all the people that stay listening. Whether you're from TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook, or even from work, I get a lot of love from work. We appreciate you guys. Keep listening and show some love. And also I was gonna do this like 2 weeks ago. I want to give a shout out to my barber because he was talking to me. He was like, shout out to Lay Low Fades. He was talking to me like, I said, yeah, bro, like I see you on the podcast and like I see your hair. So he was looking fresh. I was like, now I gotta like keep you fresh for the podcast. And I don't know if I was telling you or my mom, but I was like, I like that he knows that because like now he be leaving me fresh, bro. Like every time. Because he knows he's going to be on camera.
Right.
So, and then there's light. So he's going to be like, I got to leave him good,
Okay, that's awesome.
So, yeah, that's cool. Shout out to him. But let's get our guest here. My boy, Sam. Come on, Sam.
Come on in.
If I had lights like Impulsive, I would have like pressed the button. Because they have lights when they introduce people. What's your last name?
Quelo.
Quelo?
Yeah.
Like Quelo, you know what Quaaludes are?
No, I don't.
No.
I don't know either.
Explain. What are Quaaludes?
I just heard them in a movie, The Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh.
And there's them pills that
Yeah.
they take, the Quaaludes.
Mhm.
No, they don't make them no more. But so what's up, Sam?
Not much, man. Appreciate you having me on the podcast, man.
I know it's
It's
different.
exciting.
It's interesting, like, because when we first started, I bet you never thought we would have a Korean guy on the podcast.
No. Wait. So. So is that what you are, like ethnicity wise,
Yep.
Korean?
Yep, so I am, as far as I know, I'm fully South Korean,
Mm.
as far as I know.
Okay, that's the good side, right?
No, that's
That's a good side, yeah.
I thought
You don't want to be from North. North
okay.
is no
communist?
good.
that's a communist, right? North.
North is like you're
What's
locked
his
down, you got like,
They have like no internet, bro.
yeah, they got no internet,
They got,
no
like, their
radio, like,
Okay.
They got
They
their own
got
Facebook.
bunch of, yeah, like
They got their own
bunch of-
Facebook, bro.
Oh, shit, do they really?
Yeah, I heard in Joe Rogan podcast.
I didn't.
How
hear
they got
about
their
that.
own Facebook, they got their own internet, but it's only there.
Yeah.
Oh my
Like
gosh.
they can't see nothing that's going on over here, bro.
Man, imagine, dude.
I can't
being
imagine
from
it.
there.
Yeah.
That's-
So,
Oof.
Sam, how do you? I'll ask you this. You know, I'll take these off for you to take me more serious.
Yeah.
How do you feel like? I guess you could say when I first started. Did you already know I had a podcast, or did you know when I was already there?
So, like, I think I found out you had a podcast when I added you on Facebook.
That was
Uh,
recently. That was
Yeah, I added you like 3 weeks ago or something
Yeah.
like that, I guess.
Yeah, that
I
wasn't
don't
too
know.
long ago.
Like, I think I added you like right as you started or something.
Mhm.
But I found you had a podcast, and I'm not a big podcast guy. Like, if I like the more smaller podcasts because they're kind of chill and just like if you kind of like just BS around, like that's what I kind of like. I
Yeah.
don't want to like have like an agenda or something like that.
Yeah.
So when I found out you had a podcast, I was like, dude, like I want to support you, bro, for
Yeah.
sure, you know. And then I saw Johnny was on there too, and I was like, oh man, like this is so cool. Like this is like a family duo, you know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So like that's when I found out you had a podcast, and I was like, what's up? And
Yeah.
you started having people on, and I was like, that's awesome.
Yeah. And we just started having people on. Eric was we had this one kid Emilio, and
Okay.
then we had Eric,
Yep,
and then
and
my
your
sister,
sister.
and then now you. There's gonna be a few more people from.
Yeah.
There's like 3 more from work. This other guy, I'm not gonna mention names, but
Mhm.
I said it last week. We're kind of not booked or stacked, but we got people on consistently. We got my brother-in-law coming on Tuesday. That won't be out till the following week though, but it's cool, man. Like we're
Yeah.
trying to grow and take it to see where we can go.
For sure.
Right.
Have you listened to the podcast?
I have. I listened to Eric's podcast. I listened to the podcast before that, so this is 125. So I listened to 123 and 122, I believe.
Yeah,
And then I haven't caught your sister's podcast yet.
that one was cool.
Yeah.
I really wish that one got more traction, bro.
That's the one you were talking about, right? That you just posted one right after another.
Yeah, I wish I would have waited, because I'm just like, man.
But I heard it was I know that it was interesting.
yeah,
You heard.
But I mean, I have heard
Yeah.
because I have
a lot of girls liked it.
yeah. Well, my girlfriend, she said she liked it too.
Yeah.
So it was great.
One of your girlfriends?
My girl.
I was getting in trouble. I was talking about getting in trouble, bro. Tell me why. I'm not gonna say no names.
Did I say anything like that? Did I say one? No, just
you
my
didn't.
girlfriend. in
No,
general,
we'll check it
bro.
right here. I'm not gonna say no names or like nothing, so let's not assume because I don't want to put this guy in no more problems.
Right.
But it's so funny because I've gotten in trouble for saying stuff on the podcast before, and then someone that's been on. I mean, there's only one other person, but still, I'm not gonna put him out there like that. He recently got in trouble for saying some dumb shit,
Oh.
and it's funny because like now it's just like you watch what you say.
You're
Yeah, because
self-conscious about
we're
it.
public now.
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
funny.
Yeah.
Shoot.
That's
It's
like-
real funny.
That's the whole thing. It's like you gotta watch what you say, especially like since we're like where we all work at. You know, like you know, people are watching.
especially because of that too. You know,
For
you just
sure.
have to be careful with that.
But
sure.
yeah, it's funny that happens. I was like, yeah, watch what you say because your girl's gonna watch and she's gonna be like, yo, what the fuck, Johnny? Like, what was that
No, she'll
about?
definitely throw a fit or something.
But yeah, I had a few girls like just reply to my snap or to my Instagram.
Mhm.
They're like, yo, like I remember you telling me about this. That was one friend that we were cool back then. And then there was someone they're like, oh, it's cool that you had a girl on. Like it makes like girls want to watch it.
Right.
And I was like,
right.
oh shit, like that's badass. Like they're like, you should have more girls on.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, like I really should, just to get the perspective,
Yeah, for sure. Because I mean, I guess men and women they definitely have their own different perspectives on things. You
For
know?
sure.
So
I mean, when we were talking about like the whole feminist thing, I thought that part was pretty interesting.
it was interesting. It was different.
Yeah.
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 And I know on there was a comment on TikTok or YouTube. I forgot what it said, but it was a guy, and I was like, this is why like I want to create content like this, because people have different perspectives. So they're like opposed to what she was saying, and I was like, I was just like, like thanks for the comment, whatever. I don't give a fuck. But it's just cool, bro, that people, because that's kind of what I want. I want people to put their input. I don't want people to just like see like or just go.
No,
just
definitely
give their own opinion.
You're just trying to get some feedback.
Mhm.
Yeah, and you enjoy seeing feedback like that.
Yeah.
And,
So
like, it helps you grow too. Like
Yeah.
having like likes, comments, people
Yeah.
subscribing, people following you. That builds your traction, and people will start that's where you like start to grow more.
Right.
People are like, hey, check this podcast out, because like they had one of my friends, and she was a female. Like they're not just one gender oriented or whatever.
wait, are you the? I don't know if you told me this. That I don't know. Someone had a friend. I don't know if it was you, that has a podcast. Was it you? Or no?
I have a couple. I mean, I know people that have podcasts. I don't know if I consider them a friend because I don't really talk to them.
It probably wasn't you then.
Yeah,
Someone told me
probably
that they had a friend that she had a podcast and that it was like really good. I don't know who it was. And then I heard someone else tell me that they knew somebody that had a podcast, and they would go around. This could be you too. I don't know. That they go and talk to homeless people.
Oh wow.
And how they were homeless.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that wasn't me.
They're like how they got homeless, why they're homeless and stuff like that.
Damn.
And that it was just a good pod. It was I think they're in Houston.
Mm-hmm.
That was just doing good. And I was like, that's a good idea. Like
Right.
that podcast, like niche, I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm.
Have those people tell their story. Like there was interesting people that just.
I'm sure there is, dude.
It's crazy that went homeless.
There's plenty of that in Waco too. Like
Yeah.
I'm not trying to like be like brutal or like
Yeah.
be an asshole, but there's plenty of that like in Waco,
Dude,
like specifically.
I'm gonna say a quick story. The other day, I was getting followed. I don't think I told you this.
What happened, dude?
I was so after the gym I ran, but then it was like the next day and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go run again. But this time it was 10 something, and they told me like, hey, we close like Baylor at 11, like where the stadium's at.
Mhm.
I was like, okay, I'm gonna just go to downtown to the bridge and go for a run. It was already late though. It was about 11, and I was just like gonna go run. I remember I was on the phone with someone trying to schedule a podcast like for here, and I was just talking to them like, yeah, bro, da 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 da, talking.
Mhm.
And then I get off, and for my Waco people, they know what I'm talking about, like downtown. Do you know what I'm talking about? The
Yeah.
bridge?
Yeah.
You've been there too.
Yeah.
So I walk, and there's like a downstairs to go by the water.
Uh-huh.
So I was walking down. It was like a zigzag, like this, like that, like that. So I'm walking down to go, and I'm just talking on the phone, and I notice a guy as soon as I'm going down, and he's like just like coming up, I was like, oh hey man, I just like like that,
Mhm.
or nodded him, and then I'm going down. And then I go down, I look up, and I see him. I was like, oh, why the fuck he's still there? It's weird.
Mhm.
So then I realized that, like, by the water, like, it's, like, blocked off. So you can walk by it, but to one point, it's just blocked off. Then if you go left, it's just all black. Like, it's open, but it's dark, so it looked sketchy. And I was like, oh, fuck that, So then I turned around. I was like, I'm going to go walk. Fuck. Like, I'm not walking down here. This shit's weird. It's sketchy as fuck. And I was like... And then so when I turned around, he's, like, walking towards me. I was like, that's weird. Okay?
Yeah.
I was like, because he was walking up from here and it was closed. So like, why are you coming back down here?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay, that's fucking weird. So I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna get closer to the water because I can't swim. I almost drowned one time. You know that story. I almost drowned, bro. Like, no, it's funny now, but I almost drowned. I almost fucking died, bro. It was scary. And then I'm walking up, and then he's just like, I didn't think much of it because I was still on the phone, and he was just. But when I remember, I was like, he was looking sketchy. He was just like, oh shit, he's on to me, type shit. So I walk right past him, like, oh man, what's up again? Just like, hey, nod him again. And then I get up to the top, and he didn't like, he was just down, like staring at me, bro. I just looked at him, he was just like, give me a look, like, I want to get you,
What?
Yeah, bro, it was weird.
That's
Scary.
It was scary. So then I walked down a different street, just was like, I'm okay. I need to at least run half a fucking mile. I need to get it in. So then I'm walking, and he's just following, bro. So I'm like, fuck this. I'm gonna turn around, and I come back on this street, and I go back to my car. And now every time I'm walking, I take 2 steps and I turn around. I started being funny, so I turn around. He would just look at me, and then like he was like, you looking at him like you see, and he's just like this. Then I look at him and he's just like this.
Wow.
And I was like, yeah, fuck this, I'm leaving.
Yeah, dude, I would have left too.
But it was scary. But it was weird because I don't know if he was homeless, but he didn't look like he had like no gun or no knife or nothing. I was like,
But still,
I don't
you
know if
never
he was
know.
trying to like do something. Like, you know what I'm
I
saying?
mean,
It was weird though, and this
Shit.
never happened
You
to me
are
there.
cute, bro. So, you know.
No, but it's what trips me out is it's never happened there. Like I've never been followed. I've never been like nobody tried to rob me ever.
Yeah,
Nothing.
yeah.
Never. It's never happened to me. Has it happened to you? Have you been
no,
mugged or anything
hell
like that?
no.
You probably shoot them. That's fine. But have you been like mugged or anything?
No, never.
No.
Thank God.
But yeah, it was
That's
the
fresh
first.
cut,
It was my first time. Like I was like, damn, like there's really homeless people like that.
No,
here?
yeah.
I don't know. It
Homeless
yeah.
people
made me
like that.
or
you
like
know?
like is there more homeless people in general in the city now? Because the city's growing. How long you been here in Waco?
I've been here 3 years. Like,
Oh, you
almost
haven't been
coming
here
up on 4.
You haven't been here too long, then. That's fine.
Nah, I'm fresh.
Yeah.
Dude, even since I've been here,
Like
which
your
has
first-
just been which has just been a couple of months, dude,
Mhm.
I've noticed a lot of homeless people, a lot more than over there in Illinois, where we used to live. You know,
Mhm.
and I mean, it doesn't sketch me out, but it does kind of like it's just I question it. I'm just like, why?
It
is there
wasn't
so
like
many?
that before, bro.
Damn, that's good.
It's good. Which one you get?
Shit, I got wild berries.
Oh, yeah, that's-
God damn. Fuck.
But yeah, man, homeless people.
Yes, I was just
Oh,
like,
we
man.
were talking about the podcast, right? You said that you just
Oh, yeah.
interviewed them.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. But talking about homeless people again, though, I've always had a dream here in Waco to do something for homeless people. I was like, man, one day I want to like do events where we giving out food,
Yeah, man.
clothes, free haircuts. I was like, I'll pay the barbers. Like, I want to take care. Like, I want to be in that position one day for the city. I don't know why I love the city so much.
Mhm.
I don't know. There's nothing. I guess because I was just raised here and I became who I am, and that's why I'm like, I love it here. Cause
You
hate
want to
it.
give back.
yeah, because no, I love it here, bro. Because as much as there's a lot of like the people, I don't want to say they're good people, but I don't want to say they're bad people.
Right.
They're just not. There's not a lot of positive people here.
Mhm.
A lot of people talk about Waco and it's just like negative, and I get it. I understand it.
So you're just trying to spread out some positivity. out there, you know?
Yeah. Because Waco's gonna grow, bro. You
Yeah,
know?
I
For
see
sure.
that. I see that.
And the thing is that what scares me is that you're gonna have like the negative people, and then you're gonna have positive people, and I think it's gonna create like a very big like line between those people, and I don't want that.
Diversity,
Yeah, and I don't
you know?
want that here, you know.
Yeah.
Because I was like, Waco's gonna grow, and it's like I want everybody to like be really close, and we're all on the same team.
Just all Waco.
Not like like I'm positive, you're negative. Like
right,
it's
right.
just-
Just like a Waco team. That's it.
Cause it's
you know,
kind of
all
like that
united.
with the school, with Baylor.
Mhm.
You know, I don't know if you know any Baylor people.
I do know some Baylor people. Yeah.
Cause I know like I don't want to say I know a lot more, but I know a few, but they don't like really associate themselves with Waco people, or like with the city. Not a lot of them, or
Yeah,
majority
no.
don't.
Mhm.
No, yeah,
If I'm being honest, because I mean Baylor's like a private school, and you gotta have a lot of money to go there unless you got a scholarship.
Mhm.
So it's just like there's that line between the city and then Baylor, you know.
Right.
So I don't want that to happen. But anyways, enough about that. Let's talk about you, Sam. So you are
Alright.
Korean.
Did you say North Korean?
No, you're Korean.
No.
No.
Yeah. I'm,
And you were born in South Korea?
Yep. So I was born in South
What
Korea.
was the city called or town?
So it's called Seoul. I
Seoul?
think it's the capital.
I always thought it was like Sewall or
Seoul.
something like that.
It
yeah.
looks like it's spelled weird, but
It's not spelled like SOUL?
it's spelled SEOUL, I believe.
How you know about that?
It's just actually.
Naruto or Naruto? What is
No,
it
no,
called?
no. I think Kim Il Sun's from there.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
I thought he was from South. No.
Well, isn't it a
You're-
big city, like a capital in the country?
I think Seoul is the capital.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. If not, it's just because of that.
Yeah. But
So you're born in South Korea.
yep, born in South
Seoul.
Korea.
Seoul, South Korea.
Yeah.
Mhm.
On December 4th,
What year? Bro?
99.
I'm 90. Oh, so you're a little bit
99.
young. You're younger than us. Right? You're 98 too, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And you came to Cali.
Yep. So.
So what happened? How'd you get to Cali?
I was adopted, so it was kind of like a fast-paced thing, I guess. So December 4th of 99, I was born. And then this April 20th of 2000, I came to San Francisco International Airport and met my parents.
How did that process happen? Did they ever tell you?
They never told me. I know, like, to get there, like you have to have like I forget what it's called. It's like a caseworker or something like that. And they bring you on the plane. They don't just ship you in a box like an animal.
Oh, you made it seem that way. Though.
I
was like, bro, what do you mean you got all?
Just here's your UPS or FedEx label. Here you go. Like,
right?
ship them off. You're good.
That's crazy. I've never heard about that though. That people do that.
Yeah. So there's like casework. I guess it's kind of like how they have people like ship animals. Like you bring a pet or whatever. I guess like you have people that. Like,
so
do that kids.
are your what are they? What would you call them? Adopted parents or what is their?
I just call them my parents.
Well, your parents are they Korean?
No,
Asian?
so both my parents are white. So my dad is, like, his parents were Portuguese or something like that, and then that's where my last name comes from. It's a Portuguese name. And then my mom, I think she's got like a bunch of, she's got like some American, like, or Native American in her. She got like some Hawaiian in her or something like that.
So I have a question.
What's
it's
up?
kind of fucked up, but why? Have you ever asked your parents why they wanted a Korean baby?
No, never.
Oh, so when that happens, I mean, when people are just looking for adoption, I'm pretty sure they're not really looking for anything specifically, right? It's just like out of care, like out of being kind, right? Or something.
I would think there's a lot of different options like why people adopt. Like, you got people that just can't have babies. You got people that just want to adopt because they want to have, they want to they have a kind heart, like you said.
Right.
So I don't know the exact process it works, but I'm pretty sure it's like I think because I know a couple of people that I go to church with, and they were trying to adopt a kid, and so they have like a caseworker, and I guess the caseworker just kind of tries to pull the best fit for the parents and for the kid to have that good atmosphere, and the kid I guess they let the parents read into it or something like that. I don't know. I don't really know how the process works, but that's just me kind of guessing off the top of my mind. Hey, this is probably how it works. Now I could be totally fucking wrong.
Yeah, that's true.
I probably am.
But, I mean, from my understanding, it's it is. I didn't know there was a caseworker, but I know there's a process. Yeah. And I know the parents have to qualify. They have to meet some expectations.
Right, yeah.
Depending also, too, because I don't know how it works, but I'm pretty sure there's different, branches. I don't know, obviously, I'm assuming the kids ain't for, the same, foster home. There's different kinds. So, they probably got different qualifications. I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah. But, so, you're, what, 4 months?
I was 6 months.
6 months?
Yeah. 6 months.
You get to San Francisco, and then ever since then you've been there, right?
Yep. So 6 months, I arrived in San Francisco. I lived in the town. I say town, but I lived in the city below that, which is called San Jose.
Oh. Okay.
So that's still Bay Area. It's the Silicon Valley. So I lived in San Jose for 17 and a half years.
Wow. What was it? What was it like living in Cali?
It was interesting. So, I mean, if you want me to do a comparison between here, Waco, and San Jose, it's two totally separate, different fucking areas. San Jose, you got 1 million people living there.
Jesus,
that's everybody's touching elbows to elbows. You got tons and tons of rich people there. People are driving fucking BMWs. People are driving fucking Corvettes and Lamborghinis and shit like that.
I hear that San Francisco is pretty rich place.
San Francisco is a pretty rich place. That's also a really fucked up place too.
Yeah, I hear that too.
Yeah, how? What do you mean by fucked up?
In the sense of you got people that are doing drugs, straight up, you will see people on the streets driving by, shooting up heroin. I remember one night.
What? Really?
Yeah, wow. One night I remember going to Gala with my parents, and it was this big banquet event. I'm not trying to sound rich, but it was for the church. It was an event that we got invited to, and so we went there, and we left at 10 p.m. at night, right? So it's late at night, and it's dark. It's whatever. There was literally somebody smoking a blunt in fucking I don't know what he was doing, but it looked like there was somebody else with him.
Mm.
And my parents were like, just look ahead. Just
Yeah.
don't even fucking look out the windows. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
cool, like, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, like, you see some pretty fucked up shit. Like, there's also, and I'm not trying to be political or anything.
Yeah.
Like, there's Plan B there, or Planned Parenthood. I don't know why I
Yeah.
say Plan B, but there's Planned Parenthood. And, like, there's, like, you can smell, like, some really weird ass shit there. Like,
For real?
yeah, like,
Ugh.
it smelled like rotten meat.
Oh.
And I was just
Have
like,
you heard those what are they called? Conspiracies
Of what?
of like Planned Parenthood?
No.
You haven't, have you?
I have not, but I have my suspicions now.
What are you trying to get at?
So again, Joe Rogan podcast.
Okay.
Goddamn.
In Tennessee, I don't know. You guys can correct me, but this is just interesting. I'm not any side. I don't want to get into that shit, but
Nah, I don't
this is
Yeah.
just a story I've heard. But it's pretty fucked up.
It sounds fucked up already.
Like
It really
that.
does.
So in Planned Parenthood, that like they go in there and they tell like the person that I don't want to have a baby, I want to have an abortion, and that they lie to them that they gotta meet a certain month or whatever, or that sometimes they gotta have the baby, and like they're telling them like you have to have the baby,
Mhm.
but we'll like. I don't even know what word to use because it's all so fucked up. But
We'll
they'll
take it.
they'll take it. Yeah, they'll take care of it. And you won't see the baby no more. Like you're done. But they
That's-
never like put the baby away. They keep the baby alive, and then they ship them to different countries and they sell them. Sometimes, and they get more. And like doctors do this, bro. Like that's what I don't know. That's what they said. Like doctors do this.
All right.
I think that's false in the sense of that. I think that's considered human trafficking.
Yeah,
But I mean, it's Planned fucking Parenthood, so like, there's the line right
but then
here.
it wasn't
They
just
crossed
Planned.
that line.
It wasn't just Planned Parenthood though. Like it was actual like doctors, like in hospitals that they were doing this shit.
It
Like
is
private
surprising.
doc. Joe Rogan says like there's a whole like fucking thing about this, that there's doctors that have their own like private like clinic or whatever,
Mhm.
and
Yeah,
there's certain levels to it,
surprising.
like how you get in and blah blah blah.
Right.
You
There's,
know.
yeah, there's some really fucked up people. out there, so that's
Yeah,
just-
I'm not surprised if it's true or
It's
not though.
fucked up people in a fucked up world, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
for
wouldn't.
real.
So like, okay, these people go and they pay a lot of money to basically take care of the kid.
Right,
They don't
right.
want it. But and they tell them like, or sometimes they lie to them and tell them like, hey, we can't save your baby. You're just not gonna make it, and that they ship the baby. But it's even more fucked up because they say like, okay, if it's alive, we'll give you more, but if it's not, then we'll give you less. And then the terms that they used in that podcast was so fucked up, bro. They made it seem like it was car parts,
God
Like, it was like
damn.
parts, like, and I was like, what? I can't believe you haven't heard this podcast.
Okay.
So what you're saying is my birth parents got a lot of money from me then.
No. Oh my god, that would be some fucked up
They
shit.
probably did something on the
But
table
dude,
type
they were
shit.
saying
shit,
some
like-
fucked up shit like that in Planned Parenthood too. That also like in Planned Parenthood, that this one I heard a lot about more Planned Parenthood that I haven't just heard in the podcast.
Yeah.
That they just have like babies just laying around sometimes, or like you said, it smells weird. Like
Yeah.
it's just so sketch.
Yeah, I don't know, man. But,
It's
Could be just be like a garbage problem over there in
yeah.
California.
But I mean, but seriously though, for like real though, like San Francisco is a fucked up place.
yeah.
Like you said, it's a fucked up world,
yeah.
and it really truly is.
I
Like,
bet
San
it. Well, I
Francisco-
hear in Cali there's a lot of crazy shit going on over there.
Oh, for sure. There's like, I mean, again, I'm not trying to get into
Yeah.
all the political shit, but I mean, it's a political shit show over there.
Yeah.
I bet it is.
And like, you got all sorts of stupid ass people shooting up drugs, doing drugs and shit like that. But then you have like the good side. I mean, there's a good side. There's a good and bad side to everything.
Yeah.
Bad side, drugs, Planned Parenthood.
You think that's a bad thing?
Not in the sense. So, I mean, yes and no. I don't personally support Planned Parenthood.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not a big like, hey, go Planned Parenthood. Like, let's fucking support this shit. I'm like, I'm gonna have a kid, and if I, how do I say this without sounding like an ass? If I don't want to take care of the kid and financially support the kid, and I want to have the kid have a better life, I'm gonna let somebody adopt him that can take a better care of that
Right,
kid,
right.
right?
Yeah.
So,
what is your take on it
Um,
to abortion?
Okay, so Planned Parenthood is when you could do abortion, like, or like you're pro-abortion, right?
You can have an abortion there, but
Yes, you can.
I've been there before,
Because-
but not for that.
Whoa!
But not for
No,
that.
just kidding.
But I've been to
Because-
Planned Parenthood.
So because I come from Illinois, right? Illinois is
They have
obviously
Planned Parenthood,
they are pro. I mean, they're not pro-life, like
Yeah.
they're okay with abortion and stuff, And I guess coming from there, it's just like I'd be okay, with that, I mean,
I agree.
obviously I think it depends a lot on the woman as well,
Yeah.
Right.
whether she wants it or not. I guess it's her body, her choice type shit. So it's understandable there.
For
Also,
sure.
when it comes to like financial problems, if you're not like financially ready for a kid, like I think I think it's okay to be like,
Yeah.
you know what, like we can't do this. I don't want to put a kid through this,
Right.
So I mean that's my view. That's where I'm at.
I think people have a bad stigma on Planned Parenthood though. Like, it's not just about abortion. I think they make majority of their money from there.
Yeah.
But I was there for pregnancy tests, for like getting checked,
Yeah.
And then it was what was the other one? Fuck. What are the pills called?
Plan B,
Plan B.
No, the other ones. Birth control.
birth
Oh.
control.
Yeah, but they do have Plan B there too. But that's why I was there, and it's crazy because when I went there was people out there with signs and shit, and we live close by it. So when
Yeah.
you're going probably
We do.
test drives or what? Yeah, it's test
Yeah,
drives.
test
Right?
drives. Yeah.
When you're coming back, you'll see
Yeah.
people out there.
Yeah, and
There-
you see a lot of like yard signs, like
Yeah.
pray to end abortion or
Yeah.
something.
Yep.
Yeah.
There was today. It was funny. I was doing not funny, but I was doing a test drive with a couple. And
They say something.
huh?
They say something.
No,
Oh.
but there was literally a line of people sitting in the middle
Oh,
of
I've
the
seen them too.
street,
I've
in
seen
the
them too.
street, like
Mhm.
with signs, and they're like waving at people, and like I was just like looked at them, and I was like, somebody finna get hit. I was like, someone's gonna get run over.
Mhm.
I was like, I don't know who it's gonna be, but I was like, it could be any of those people, and I was like,
Yeah.
it might be him or her or whatever.
I don't get that part though. Like the whole protesting abortion, because on my take, it's just like I don't agree with it, but like on that, I'ma just like kind of mind my own business, because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, again, like I don't know, like let's say what this person and their couple, and this girl are going through, or the girl and the guy.
Right.
I don't know what situation they're in. I don't know like if the girl got like raped. I don't know nothing. You
Right.
know? And I think it's so fucked up for people to say like, oh no, you can't fucking have that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and I'm not saying it's okay for them to decide that either. I think it's just like, like it's their choice at the end of the day, and they get to decide whether what they want to do with their body, and that's on them, and
For
then
sure.
how connected they are to God. If they have any type of that, if there any connection to God.
Yeah.
But today when I was at Whataburger here in Belmead getting some food for my sister and me, at the church they had a van, and it said like something God pro-life, and I don't know how religious you are, and this might or might not offend you, but it said like God doesn't support that, and in my head, I'm talking about a little bit religious here. I'm just like, how did you know what God supported or not? Like he
Mhm.
never said. I'm pretty sure, like in this time of day, nobody really knows if he said, hey, like that's not good. I'm pretty
Right.
sure nobody knew what the fuck abortion was back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So that stuff gets me upset.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like when you try to tie like religion and abortion, I was like, bro, abortion probably didn't even exist in those times.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand why, and maybe, I don't know, are you religious like that or not?
I mean, so I am religious. I mean,
Have you ever tried dip?
No,
No.
you want to,
Oh.
I don't know.
bro?
Just
Bro,
because this is a
try it.
podcast,
Just
I'll
because-
try it.
Yeah.
Are you
But
serious?
a little bit though.
Okay, I got you.
And I might get shit
Oh.
for this on the podcast.
I might
Fuck.
get shit for it too, low key.
Okay, that's a lot. Hold on, how do you
So-
do this?
Okay,
I'm
So-
interested.
you pack your can. So you
This is
usually,
funny.
I hit my side. So I hit the side, and you get a good pack. It should look. Well, fuck, that didn't look good.
Damn.
It should look.
Yeah, I didn't know
like,
there was this.
it should look good. Like it should look packed like that. So it should look something like that right there.
Okay.
You just take your pinch right off to the side, And
Tell me what's the good.
Don't
price.
get too much because I heard it makes you like real fucking dizzy.
Is that okay?
you can do more than that.
Nah, fuck
I think,
that.
I think I'm okay with this.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. So just put it into your lip.
Like I heard
Underneath.
Bro, you ain't gonna feel shit off of that.
Will I feel shit off of
No,
this?
you won't.
Nah, he's
Oh,
lying
oh
to
my
you.
God, bro.
I'm already getting high.
Just by the smell of it, right? But
So
I'm only doing this too because it's a Texas thing, you know.
Yeah.
I don't.
Or it
really
is.
see
I bet you see a lot of people dip right.
a lot.
You put it right here on the lip. Right?
yeah, so I have like a pocket built in right here. So
I don't know how I did it.
use your tongue.
Mm.
So when you use
Tasty.
your tongue,
Mhm.
and so this is pineapple rum.
It's
So use your tongue.
they like to drink.
Yeah, you can still drink too. If you have a pocket built, you still fucking drink all day.
I shouldn't be swallowing this shit right now.
See?
So we're trying dip for the first time.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna get you into some bad habits here.
No, I don't. Actually, I don't really like tobacco or nicotine, bro. Like, luckily, I say luckily because a lot of people do get like I don't want to say addicted, but they get a habit a little bit, you know.
I got addicted. Hardcore.
So I don't like when I smoke cigarettes. Like it's like once in a blue moon, bro.
Same as like once a year
Yeah.
type shit.
It's like, and then every time I smoke a cigarette, I'm like most likely drunk as fuck.
yeah,
I'm never.
that's
like,
usually what happens.
Yeah.
because you don't know what the fuck's
No,
going on.
let
You're
me
just
hit
like,
it.
Yep, fuck, I'm just gonna smoke one, and you smoke
Yes.
two. But
So you see a lot of Texas people. You see a lot of people here dip. You don't
Espe-
swallow the leaves, bro.
All right, so yeah, I do
Or whatever they
actually. At work, you know, I just see people chilling, you know, and they're just like stuffing their lip. If not, they're spitting a lot. I'm like, why are they spitting a lot?
Yeah.
Until I saw my manager, supervisor. He actually like took it out or something. And I was
yeah.
like, oh, wow.
Because they have like pouches too, right?
they got pouches. They got loose leaf, which is like Red Man or like fuck, I forget the
What
other
are you
one.
supposed to feel? Do you
You
feel
will
buzz?
you'll start to like the room will start to kind of you'll start if you're standing up,
Mm.
your feet, your legs will start to feel light. Like you'll start to feel like you're floating.
So
on
it
a
does feel
cloud,
kind of like a cigarette.
and in your head, yeah, it's straight. It's nicotine. So like that, if you get fucked up with a cigarette,
Mhm.
you're in for a world of hurt, bud.
I hear that. Like you
Like,
really get like
Like
kind of
this
buzz.
head will. Here, you get.
You can spit in
No,
there.
I'll be okay. If not, I'll just use my own. I was just putting a little leaf in there.
I got you. So like right now, like your head will start to like kind of feel dizzy. You'll
I'm
start
feeling
to-
a little dizzy.
If you start
That's why I don't
feeling-
want to take too much.
Okay, so if you start feeling dizzy, that's okay. But it's when you start feeling sick, take that shit out
For real.
because you will run off to that bathroom and you will throw up.
Yeah, I hear that too.
Like the
That's
very
how I want. Don't get scared though.
yeah. Don't be scared. You're fine.
Like,
Like-
he's like, oh fuck, I'll take this shit out right now.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Like my first time dipping, I did Grizzly Dark Wintergreen.
Oh, I hear those. That shit's strong.
Oh my god. My very first dip, I literally was praying to God. I was like, I called my youth pastor. I called my dad. I was like, guys, I need prayer. I was like, I think I'm fucking like sick or something.
Mhm.
And I was in a travel trailer. I was on
Oh
vacation.
fuck that! I would have been mad.
And my whole head just started spinning. The room was like going like this. I was like, God damn. I was like, nah, fuck this shit. Threw that shit out,
Yeah.
flushed it down the toilet, and I just laid in bed and I fell asleep. I woke up and
crazy.
I was like, fuck. And I was like, I'm not doing that shit no more.
Yeah.
And I started doing that shit no more. So,
But yeah, luckily, I remember we bought a pack of cigarettes, that one in Illinois. Well, I don't know when we bought it or why we bought it. I think
It was like before Thanksgiving too. I think.
I don't even know, but we bought a pack of cigarettes and it was still there when we moved out,
Mhm.
and we bought it around November for sure. And
Yeah.
we moved out in what, January,
Mhm.
and it was for
Damn.
both of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we gave it away. I
Y'all
think,
touched,
right?
like,
We
one or
yeah
two.
we actually gave it away to a homeless person who was like kind of like.
Oh, we-
asking-
on the way over here.
Supporting homeless people. There you go,
Exactly,
bro.
Yeah, he was just. I don't know if he was asking
Bro.
for a lighter
Bro.
or something. That's the wrong bottle, bro.
Oh fuck!
I know
I'm
that-
fucked up.
I noticed that the first time. I was like,
That's funny.
Oh, God.
Oh, that's hilarious.
yeah, but
But you gave him the whole packet, right?
I think so. If not, I gave him like no, I didn't. But I gave him like 6 because there was a lot. We had a lot extra. But he was out there asking for like either a cigarette or if not like a lighter.
Was
My-
this when we were getting food?
Yeah,
That night?
I don't know what state it was. I forgot.
Arkansas or Missouri. Nah, I don't fucking know either. I fucked up my drink.
Yeah, you did.
Good job.
Is there
bro.
another one?
You got this blue one down here.
Yeah, go for it, bro.
There you go, man.
I don't like coconut.
I don't either.
So what the fuck were we talking about before you went to the restroom?
Sorry. Were we talking still about like pro life?
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. I think we should just get off of that.
A little bit, yeah, because
Yeah.
a lot
I
of
don't
people
want to
like
get too political.
no,
No,
but,
same.
But yeah, I've heard a lot of like conspiracies behind that. But you know what I was thinking about? You got the Amber Alert today, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Someone got shot,
Yep.
right?
The DPS officer, so highway state trooper got shot by somebody in Mejia.
Mejia.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw that.
Yeah, it's fucked
And,
up.
his name was Chad something or other.
Yeah, so if you see that guy, get him.
Get him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
report.
shoot that motherfucker.
Don't do
I'm
that.
kidding.
Don't
I'm
do
kidding. Don't do that.
Yeah.
But call the police for real. Like that guy is apparently like he's armed apparently or something like
Armed
that.
and
Did it?
dangerous.
I wonder if they
I'm
got
gonna-
him.
yeah.
You know if they got him yet?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I haven't been keeping
No,
up with that.
I immediately like went on Twitter and searched up like Mejia or what is it, Mejia?
Mejia.
Mejia.
Yeah.
Uh,
I called it Mexia my first
Yeah.
time, and everybody's
yeah,
like,
I
"You
see it.
stupid
It
ass
sounds like
motherfucker." I was
Mex, or it
"Why
looks
Mexia?"
like Mexia.
I think everyone makes that mistake.
But yeah,
Did you get
I
roasted
checked on
for it?
Twitter
You know-
and then
oh, yeah.
I immediately saw his picture. I'm like, oh, I don't know him. Obviously, I mean,
Yeah.
brand new here. So.
Right.
But the reason why I was thinking about it, I was like, damn, like, and then last week there was another Amber Alert for this girl,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and I was like, damn, like, it's crazy because people do go missing, bro, and
Yeah.
it's like human trafficking out there. And I was
Yeah.
hearing it in the Impulsive, Logan Paul's podcast.
Yeah.
You listen to that or not?
I do. Yeah.
They're pretty funny and cool, but they talk some serious shit, and it's just like how like there's a lot of stuff going on in the world that they just don't speak about, you know, and
Yep.
how
I'm sure
human
there
trafficking
is.
is a big deal. And that's just fucked up. It's fucked up. And this is where the whole conspiracy with Planned Parenthood and all these places are. But anyways, you're adopted,
Yep.
living the San Francisco life.
Yep. 17 years.
How you can't even compare because you only got one life, but how was it like growing up like that? Did you already know as a kid that you were adopted? Well, I'm pretty sure you knew.
They told me pretty young. I don't know if I like fully grasped it, and a lot of people are like, man, like I don't want to talk about it. Like, what is it like being adopted? I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck it, like I don't give a shit.
See,
And I'm pretty sure like everybody that I know is gonna watch this. So
Yeah.
and they probably half the people I know don't know that I cuss. So
oh, for real?
oh, like so in California, so this kind of leads into like what I grew up with.
Okay.
So, God, my head's spinning now.
No,
This
no,
shit's-
hold on.
this
Before
shit's strong.
before you get into that though, I still want to. Well, we'll just say that, but also tie it up with how it was growing up. You know.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
So, I was a pastor's kid for 10 years. My dad was a pastor.
For real?
Yeah, my dad was a church pastor. I hated it.
For real?
Every fucking second of it.
Hmm.
I hated it because it felt like everybody was looking at you.
Damn.
Like if you had like, you know, said a bad word or something, or you said like, "Oh my God," like everyone was like, "Oh my God," like this guy said the Lord's name in vain. I'm just like, shut the fuck up. Like nobody fucking
I
cares.
need to put these on.
Okay, so
His eyes just going to start like dilating. and
I'm just like, fuck.
it's interesting, man.
So yeah, so like, you know, I didn't know that I knew pretty young that I was adopted.
Mhm.
So it wasn't like a surprise to me or
Mhm.
anything. A lot of people are like, you know, it's funny because like when you grow to like restaurants, people are like, and you're 18, like
Mhm.
people are like, are you paying separate or together? And I was like, what the fuck? Like I'm standing with my father here.
Mhm.
Like, are you fucking blind or something? Like it was kind of stupid, but
But you understand why it happened, though, right?
no, I still don't know. I don't know if I was a disgrace to my family.
No, well, I
or,
mean, it's
like-
pretty sure because, I mean, you're Korean.
Yeah, so I had a sister, so I'm pretty sure it was like, I don't know like how much money my parents had. I could be royalty.
Yeah.
I don't know. If I was, I don't want to be royalty.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Uh-huh.
But like, I'm pretty sure like my parents could only probably afford like one kid or something maybe,
Mhm.
or my birth parents, I should say.
Okay.
Yeah, I call them birth parents, but I call my mom and dad now my real parents
Okay.
because they raised
Yeah.
me from.
Yeah, I get that.
So I don't know. So it could be like, hey, you know, you were disgraced, or hey, it was just because they couldn't afford me
Afford it,
and they
yeah.
wanted me to have a better life. And looking
Have you
back,
ever met them?
No,
Oh.
I've never met them. Never. I don't know their names or anything. And I don't want to probably
Yeah.
ever know it. I don't plan on trying to find out or anything like
Okay,
that.
cool.
I mean, that's understandable too.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But so, being the pastor's kid, So, dang, so that makes your life even more interesting. Because, look, think about it. You're adopted. So that's already interesting. I would say it could be a little bit more challenging life. Oh, this is so different, bro.
I feel like I should be spitting more.
Are you swallowing it?
No.
You can swallow it, but you're gonna be shitting like a lot later.
Well, it's just been like 3 little leaves and everything.
No, my shit already coming out.
Both of y'all took some baby ass pinches.
Over here spitting, I'm quitting. No, sir.
This guy right here.
But so that is interesting though. You're adopted and you're the pastor's son.
Yep.
So besides when you're going out with your parents, people probably already kind of like staring like what's going on, kind of maybe confused.
Yep.
And now you also got a microscope on you because you're your pastor's kid.
Yep.
So were you were at the church a lot?
So I was. So that church was a strip mall. It used to be a strip mall.
Mm-hmm.
They had the main building as the sanctuary, like the church, and then you had like all these different like little shops down the road.
Mm-hmm.
And the church slowly bought people out, gave them a really good like way out,
Mm-hmm.
and they would buy the rooms, convert them to different things.
Mm-hmm.
So they had a school there. So I was homeschooled. I was homeschooled from 3rd grade through all the way through 11th.
Wow.
Jesus
Christ, bro, you do have an interesting story.
So it was a 2-day program. So Tuesdays and Thursdays you would go to school there.
At the church?
Yeah, at the church. It was called Pioneer Family Academy. And then Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
I'm good. Go on.
You got it confused like
you're like, I don't know how to fucking spit.
Yeah.
And then Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you would go home and do the homework that they gave you. He's over here tripping.
I know.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you go home and do your homework.
Mm-hmm.
Your parents would kind of like watch you. So I was there Tuesdays and Thursdays for that. Wednesdays, I did Boy Scouts. So Wednesday nights, I was there. Friday nights was youth group. So I would do the youth group, and I would go to the youth group just kind of have like friends since I was homeschooled.
That's the one thing I wish I would have done as a kid.
Some Boy Scouts?
No, youth group.
Oh.
Youth group is really cool. Like
Yeah, because you get to like, well, explain what youth group was for you.
So youth group for me was, I went mostly for the connections.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was telling you earlier, I'm a big people person.
Mm-hmm.
That's literally how I vibe, is just off of people. So I was going there mostly for the connections, but youth group was like, we would do a lot of outings. Like we would go to do like different things. Like in the winter we did progressive dinner. So we go to different houses, get dinner at different places. Like we do appetizers. We do appetizers. We do main course, and then we go play like hockey.
Hockey in Cali?
Yeah, like ice hockey. Like we went to the Sharks rink,
Mm.
San Jose Sharks rink to play, like practice rink, and played hockey, like ice hockey. But like we would wear our shoes. It's called broom ball, which is a really fun game. So youth group was kind of like that for me, where I was like, but it got to be more to the point where like everybody kind of started looking at me more because I was a pastor's kid. So they were like, everybody knew me at that church.
Dang.
Everybody wanted to fucking talk to you.
Ah.
Which wasn't bad. I liked it. Except when I had to get to the bathroom. And everybody's like, hey, you want to talk? And I'm just like, no, I got to go to the bathroom. They're like, well, let's talk. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, okay, let's talk.
And talk about what? Like just
like,
in general?
They're like,
just
just like
talk?
catch up. Like,
Okay.
just in general, they're
Like,
like, hey,
man,
like,
how
how's
you-
everything going? Like, hey, how's your family? Hey, how's doing this and shit?
Yeah.
And so I was always at that church.
Mhm.
Thursday nights, I was there for worship rehearsal. I did the tech with one of my buddies. And he's the lead now there. He's the one heading it all up. But I would do the sound engineering, so mixing the sound for the churches, for the worship, lights and all that good stuff. So I was always there. Like the only day I wasn't there was Monday.
Damn.
But you said you didn't enjoy it, right? Or didn't like
I
it?
didn't enjoy the everybody looking over your shoulder.
Mhm.
The
'cause
microscope.
the microscope, because it really felt like I couldn't go at anybody with my problems, because nobody's perfect. You know,
Yeah.
they're all. Look at me, like I'm fucked up.
Yeah.
I dip, I cuss, like
I think but see, that's the beauty of it, bro. Like, I think we're all fucked up.
for sure.
Like-
like nobody's
Like, we're
perfect.
all fucked up.
Yeah, but
Um,
but it felt like everybody wanted you to be
Yeah.
perfect. and like
Right.
wanted you to be like that. So I didn't like you just because of that. I felt like I couldn't go to anybody with my problems. I didn't never went to my parents with my problems.
Did you feel like since you were the pastor's kid, like everyone looked at you, or you felt like you couldn't go to nobody because of, like, since you're the pastor's kid, like, oh, he's perfect, like he knows, and that's why, did you feel like that's why you couldn't talk to nobody?
That and like I didn't want people like to start talking. Like I didn't know who can keep their trap shut.
Oh,
You
okay,
know,
gotcha. So you want people going on.
So I didn't want somebody to be like, hey, you know, like I used to be, and we can go into that till later if we want to. But I used to be suicidal. And
We're not
so-
gonna go into it too much because I already decided that you're gonna come back on for another one.
Okay.
Because there's just so much to
I got
take.
you.
Yeah, but you can mention it. Yeah.
Yeah, like I was suicidal from like 4th grade to like 12th grade.
Oh my
Damn,
gosh.
that's a long time.
Yeah, like I had my depression. Like I had it all.
Dude. Yeah.
And there was times where I was just like, man, like what if I just ended my life?
Yeah.
You know, I felt like I couldn't go to anybody with that.
Yeah.
Like if somebody caught wind of that, you know, somebody might be like, hey, you know, this and this, you know, and the whole fucking church would know about it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm.
You know, and
I
they
get
would
that.
look at my dad and be like, hey, why didn't your dad like try to take care of you? He's like, because I never went to him with that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I was ashamed of it.
Yeah.
You know.
But I
So-
think a lot of people are though. You know.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And there's nothing to be ashamed about that, you know. Like, you know, if you have that problem, you know, get the help you need.
Yeah.
Like, don't just like bottle it all up and like shove it down further and further
Yeah.
because that just makes it worse.
Mhm.
I wish I went to somebody to get that help, and I think I mentioned it to my mom like one time,
Mm-hmm.
and I went to a counselor to get help or something like that, and I just decided the shrink thing wasn't for me because
Yeah.
again, there's this thing called pride, and pride got the best of
Yeah.
me, and pride was like, you know what, fuck you, like you're a man, you can
Yeah.
suck it up and like deal with it, you know.
Do you think that I'm actually like this both of y'all? Do you think that everyone? Because I started to think that I think everyone has at least once in their life thought about taking their own life.
Hell yeah.
Do you think
For
that
sure.
too or not?
I have.
No, I'm saying like, do you think everyone at least has once ever like thought that like, man, like seriously like man, like what would
I don't know about that because I mean I know that there are people who don't believe in depression, you know, who just think like, oh no man, like you'll get over it type shit, you know, and people just think about it like the worst.
Yeah.
They just think it's like, I don't know.
But also too, a lot of people they started using that word too much, depression.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know, that's another thing that I don't like. That, like, because I think depression is a disease, you know, right? So it's just like, I don't know who gets to decide though, if you have depression or not. But I think a lot of people start using it too much now. You know?
Yeah.
I and that does bother me. I'm like, you know, how do you really know?
How do you
Yeah.
rank depression? Because I mean, I've heard different types of like, I guess different ranks, you know.
Or different types. There's different types of.
Yeah,
it.
like
Do
I
you know about that?
like
Yeah.
I've
Yeah,
known
there's
like
difference.
people that have been borderline, like, you know, to the point where they've almost killed themselves,
Yeah.
you know, like, but they kind of like saved themselves,
Or even
almost, you know?
attempted and it didn't happen.
It didn't happen,
Yeah,
you know.
like-
and then there's just people who just say like, oh, I'm depressed, but
Yeah.
like, you know,
They're
maybe
just having a tough day.
yeah.
Yeah.
Those are
There's-
the people that get me upset. Like, don't say that.
Yeah.
That's serious fucking matter. It's serious.
It is serious
For real.
matter.
Yeah.
But to me, it's just like you got to care for it no matter what. If it's depression or non-depression, you just
Yeah.
have to always be careful. And you know, and even if you say it's depression and it might be like the littlest thing, still try to get some help. You know.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
It-
because what were you gonna say?
Oh no, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, even like talking to someone that you can trust,
Mhm.
and also too, like, you have to just be open. You know, like, if you are afraid to talk to someone, like, I don't want to say that's the only way, but I think that's a good start. You know,
Mhm.
I don't say getting comfortable, but being okay with talking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like, let it be known, like, hey, you are going through something. It's okay.
Mhm.
You don't have to keep it to yourself. You know.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say though?
Shit, I can't remember.
No.
Yeah.
So, microscope, people just looking at you like that. At one, okay, so I don't know how to say this. Like, so you're growing up your life in San Francisco, the pastor's kid, and now like your 4th grade all the way to 12th grade. You said you were like going through some stuff.
Yeah.
So, and you're still in Cali, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So I moved in 2017, right after I graduated high school.
Okay. So what is it like then from? Because if you were like going through so much shit that young, how did that transition like getting old? Did it just like get harder and harder, or did things just get worse for you like growing up too, or like how did that like?
Things definitely got worse for me when I moved. So
When you moved here?
when I moved here,
What?
so I had my best friend in California. We were best friends. We are best friends. I'm not saying we were. We are best friends. We've been best friends for like how long? I'm 21, so like 14 years. We've been best friends. So we would hang out, and he was actually one of the few people I went to whenever I was going through something, because I've been blackmailed before. I've been like all this stuff.
Damn. Fuck.
He would he would be the person I would go to, and I'm like, dude, like I'm having problems. Like I just need someone to talk to. And after he let me like talk about my problems, he would be like, hey man, can I pray for you? That to me is like, and he can keep his mouth shut.
Yeah.
Like I figured that out very fast and very quickly. And that is something I respect about him, because whatever he found out, he did not tell anybody, you know? And so when I moved here, I felt like I couldn't, because we would hang out like every Friday, Sunday, and like Wednesday. We like hung out all the time. When I moved here, I felt like I had nobody. So it got worse for me when I moved, because I didn't have any friends here. I still really don't. Like I barely have many friends here. I have him who I Discord a lot, and then I have my girlfriend who I met in October.
I don't know you had a girlfriend.
September. Yeah, I have a girlfriend. We've been dating since October 14th.
Cool. How'd you meet her?
Tinder. Everybody's like, hey, like, how'd you meet her? I'm like, god damn. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, yeah, Tinder. It was right during COVID too, so like everybody's like,
everyone was
out.
on Tinder.
Yeah, you couldn't go out. You couldn't do nothing. So like, I met her there.
Okay.
Damn, bro, you spilling over here?
I'm a little, you know.
You tripping over here?
A little bit.
Damn, bro.
But I mean, no, I won't judge you for that, and I know you won't either. You know? But we've all had our experiences on there, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's cool. So, damn, I really didn't know. I thought moving here for you would have been like, I don't want to say easier, but maybe like since you went through all that shit over there, maybe you're like, oh, fresh new start.
That's what I thought. So that was my thought process going into it. That was one of the reasons why I wanted to move, because like I had this like persona about me, you know, like I had everybody looking at me. I had everybody like thinking that I did all these things right. I wanted nobody to know me. I didn't want nobody, like I just wanted to be that kid that just, you know, was a kid, you know, a guy. Just
Why'd you guys move again?
So I moved. Well, it's expensive over there for one.
Yeah.
And so, it's impossible to live over there. We were fortunate enough to kind of have like the church like support us, you know, and my dad worked for the church. But we moved because like it was just cheaper to live over here. A few of my buddies from California moved up to McKinney, Dallas area. And my mom's family side of the family all lives in Missouri, so we're 8 hours away driving from them. And so when we moved, at the time both my mom's parents were still alive, and my grandfather had Alzheimer's, so we would go there to see him in
Missouri.
In Missouri a lot. So we got to be closer to them, and I just wanted to move because I wanted a fresh start. I did a lot of hunting and competitive shooting in California.
Oh, so I was gonna ask you about that too.
Yeah.
So that all came from Cali. It didn't come from Texas.
No, it came from California.
Okay, I thought Texas made you like that.
No, not at all. So, you know, I grew up with firearms and, you know, trying to do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you said it started with Boy Scouts, right?
Yep. So Boy Scouts, like I mentioned before, that's when I was part of the church. So I did Boy Scouts. I did my rifle merit badge. And so, going back, my dad got a shotgun one time. He was like, man, we need to get a shotgun. And I was like,
Pastor,
okay.
Pastor with the shotgun.
Yeah, I was like, all right, let's get a shotgun. So we went and bought a shotgun, and my very first shot is actually on our YouTube channel.
That's
Snap.
And so you could just see my smile. Like I've never seen my smile be that big before. It was so much fun. And I was like, man, I got to do this more. So I went into rifle. So I did my rifle merit badge in Boy Scouts.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't pass all my shooting that I needed to do. So my dad was like, well, fuck, we need to get you a gun now.
Yeah.
So he bought me a 22 bolt action rifle.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And so it was open sights, iron sights. And so I started doing that. And that's how I got into my shooting stuff. I fell in love with it. I had a good into it because like I learned about gun safety. I learned you never putting a gun at something you don't want to shoot. All that good stuff.
Yeah.
And so doing that, I had a good like picture of it. I saw the good side of it. It's just something fun to do. And that's how I got into the competitive shooting realm. I did shotgun shooting competitively. I wanted to do more of that, but it just didn't happen here. Started working more.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
So like your tattoos, I know you got a Texas tattoo, right? Is that Texas?
Yeah, so I got this tag.
And then you got the American.
Yep, I got an American flag.
So would that come from here or in Cali?
These all came from here.
Okay. So how did you change? Because I'm sure you changed a little bit when you got to Texas.
A little bit. Yeah.
How did you change? Like, because like I do it. Because I was thinking about this. I was like, this guy has a Texas tattoo and he's from Cali.
Yeah.
Like, so what's up with that?
I really didn't like anything about California. The only thing I liked was the people there and like the friends that I had there, and the beaches and like the weather. Like that's the only thing that I really had going for me there.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I moved here, so I don't want to get into it, but I am a conservative, obviously. And so they're, they really don't look at you like that. And they're like, hey, like, welcome you in as family. They're like, you're the black sheep. Like, we don't want you here. So I moved here, and I kind of just fit in better.
I see that. You do fit in better.
Yeah.
You got the dip. Were you doing the dip before too?
Or
did you dip here?
I started dip. Well, so I moved here when I was 17. So I started dipping when I got here.
Yeah.
Yeah, because in California, like you have to be 21 for tobacco.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought it was 18.
It's so fucking strict there. It's stupid.
But you can smoke weed there.
I know.
Wow.
You can smoke weed, you can do drugs, but you can't fucking buy tobacco and alcohol until you're 21.
Wow, that's stupid.
Yeah. So, but when I moved here, I just kind of like, everything just kind of started like, I felt more like myself here than I did in California.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, I know you ended up working. How long did it take? Well, was that coffee business or shop? The truck, was that your first job you got here?
No. So, shit, I've had a lot of jobs since I got here.
Really?
Yeah, man.
Shit.
So, I did my job in California. I was a custodian for the church. So, I was there every day when I did that job. Stopped that job because I graduated. My mom had something going on with her. She had some surgery that she needed to get done, so I wanted to be there for her. And we were moving too, so there's just no point in working. So when I got here, my very first job I got here was Panera Bread. I was a delivery driver for Panera Bread. And that job fucking sucked.
Damn.
Like, that was the worst fucking job ever.
That's crazy.
I hated it. And then when I went to Vegas, I met a company that I used to work for. I did the YouTube and social media kind of stuff for them.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so I did that. It was like kind of like an internship kind of to see how it would work out. And I did that for 2 weeks, and then they laid me off because they just didn't have enough work for me, which is fine. I understood. We parted ways on good terms. And then I worked for a buddy of mine. We had some backyard work done. And so I started working small jobs for him a little bit here and there. That wasn't really paying the bills. So he was like, hey, man, like, if you want to go work somewhere else, I totally understand. I was like, okay, appreciate that. So I did. And we're good friends still to this day. Like, him and I text every day. Like, he comes up to our work a lot. And then I went to, where did I go from there? I went to, I think, Sunglass Hut and Cabela's. So I worked in the Sunglass Hut and Cabela's for a year. And then I went to a bath and window company and then I went to the coffee truck.
Mhm.
But before that, under the same LLC, there's an Italian ice business under it. So I went to that as well. So I did that, and then the coffee truck, and then where I work now,
Yeah.
the dealership.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I've had a lot of jobs here.
So you got here in 17, right?
Yep.
So you've been here for about 4 years.
Almost 4 years now.
Damn.
So
That's not too bad. It's alright. But
But just Texas in general just feels more like home for you, right?
oh, for sure. Like I feel like more at home here.
have you been hunting here?
Yes.
You have?
Yeah, I went hunting up in Mount Herman, I think it's called, or something like that. It's like 3 hours east of McKinney.
Okay.
I went on a hog hunt there for 2 days.
Ooh,
or
that's cool.
3 days? 2 days? 3 days?
So what, you out in the woods or what?
Yeah, so we did a blind hunt where we sat in like a shed,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a feeder 60 yards in front of us, and so we just had to sit there and wait for the fucking hogs to come out,
Damn.
which was boring as fuck. Because they would not come out until it was like fucking feeding time.
But when the time comes,
When the time comes, your heart starts to pound. You're like, your adrenaline starts to rush. Like you're shaking.
For real?
And so I used a rifle for that.
Mm-hmm.
When I put the rifle down on the ledge, I looked through the scope and I got my eye. I put my crosshairs on the hog, and I did an ethical kill. I'm not one of those guys where I'm just like, hey, fuck this hog. I'm just gonna fuck it up.
Right.
Like I'm just gonna do one shot, get it over with.
Yeah.
When I put the crosshairs on the hog, man, my adrenaline was fucking rushing.
Oh,
Like
damn.
it was amazing.
That's
So I did
crazy.
that hunt, and then we did the next day. We did a spot and stalk where we walked through the woods, kind of trying to look for some hogs, following some tracks on the ground, and we found a group of hogs.
Mm-hmm.
They were all bedded down, and we spooked them. And one started rushing towards us,
What?
and all the others rushed away. And I sat there and I was like, "Fuck! Like we are motherfucking fucked."
How big are they?
So they range anywhere from like little piglets. So those piglets can be like, I don't know, they're fucking small, probably the size of this table.
That's big.
Yeah.
And
Fuck.
then, and then they can get up to like 300 pounds, bro.
Because they're pretty fast, right?
The smaller ones, yeah, I mean, all of them were
Yeah.
pretty fast. The bigger ones, I mean, the older ones,
Yeah.
you know, they could be from like here to the table.
That big?
Yeah.
Have you seen them that big?
I've not seen one that big, but
Oh
I've
my
seen some
God.
videos where like guys are like, they're massive.
Jesus.
Like,
But
crazy.
there's a lot of hogs here in Texas, right?
There's a bunch, like, there's a bunch of the farmlands, and that's why everybody here is like, hey, you need to eradicate the hogs, because like they procreate like a lot.
Yeah.
Like,
Because they were saying that the people that have like big ranches,
yep.
like they'll pay people to go hunt
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, that's
No.
what I've heard too. I mean, they
Yeah.
mess up like the whole system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or something going
They,
on. over there.
It's called rooting, and so
Mhm.
they'll
Yeah.
dig up all the ground, and so farmers can't use that land anymore. So when they
Wow.
root up the land, the dirt gets all just jacked up, and you
Mhm.
can't use it no more.
Mm.
So that's why that's why hunters now are like, hey, you know, they'll pay people like people are from out of state will come in,
Yeah.
and they don't need no hunting license, they don't need nothing. They'll just need to bring their gun, and people are like, come shoot them, like have
Yeah.
fun, just
Yeah, man.
don't shoot
Wow.
a house
Yeah.
or livestock,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and that's how it works.
Crazy.
Man, dude.
Well, we're
So-
reaching. Well, we already went over the hour mark, but
Yeah,
like I
which
is
said earlier,
unbelievable, dude.
you're gonna be back on, bro.
Okay,
Yeah,
for
because
sure,
we
man.
have a lot that we didn't cover. But shit, it was fun.
Yeah, man.
You have
I-
an interesting ass story.
Yeah, and I think
you're
Interesting
just-
ass life.
It's
Appreciate
crazy,
it.
crazy to think like you were adopted, pastor's kid, and then like the whole suicidal stuff.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But I really do appreciate y'all having me on for sure.
So, what's your YouTube channel?
It's TSG. So
What does that mean?
It's the shooting guy. So it's like my dad.
Uh-huh.
And then we started it like when I was like a kid. So my name is the Shooting Kid.
For real?
Yeah.
That's cool.
So, it was kind of like like a persona type thing, so
Mhm.
nobody knew our real names.
Mm.
So
Cool. How you feeling about that?
Wow.
About this podcast?
I feel great, dude. I liked it a lot, and I know that there's still a lot more to uncover about you,
I
man,
know.
for sure.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Cool.
I'm really excited.
So yeah, guys, when you guys are listening, it'll be Monday. Just say 29th. The 29th. It only gets better from here. We got a lot of things coming.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we have a special thing going on next week, so it'll be fun. We got a lot of things coming. Keep listening. Show love to the podcast. Like, subscribe, follow, leave a donation. But if you can't even do that, just share the video, like the video, comment on the video, whatever platform you're on, whether it's TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Snapchat. I don't know. But yeah, because that helps us. And again, shoot, my goal is to get this podcast signed with either Apple, Spotify, YouTube don't sign nobody. Barstool, Science People. I don't know, just help us get a deal out there maybe in a year or two.
Right.
But I don't know if you want to say anything before we go.
No, man, I'm good, dude.
You?
I'm looking
You have
forward to
anything to
next.
say?
Nah, man. Yeah, just I hope
Next
I hope my story reaches somebody.
Yeah.
And if it helps them, it helps them.
Yeah, for sure.
You know?
All right, guys, that's the end of the podcast. Show some love, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, peace out, guys.